So we have a lot to cover on Bachelor in Paradise. I actually thought that this might be the most dramatic season ever.
Yeah.
Sorry. So
it is.
My allergies, FYI,
it's allergy season.
Out of control.
During the change of the seasons is allergy. I have allergies in my ears. Every time the season changes, my eyes get a little fucked up. My nose gets a little fucked up. My throat maybe, but like, oh, sorry, I'm tired. My ears get fucked up, man. I've always had ear problems, I feel like, but I feel like I could hear myself echoing, and I can't tell, like, how loud I'm talking, how soft I'm talking. I can hear myself breathing. I don't know. I can hear myself chewing. Like, ugh. I can hear saliva. Like, I just hate. It's all gross and freaks me out. And every season change,
it happens.
And then randomly, like, throughout the year, but definitely during the season changes, I get really bad. My ears get really bad.
Yeah.
I don't fucking like that.
Well, Bachelor in Paradise is suffering too, man. They're suffering over there.
Yeah.
Between the heat and the bugs and the crabs and the breakups and the hookups. I mean, it's been...
The boom boom
room. It's been wild. So, I guess we can start with some fun and flirty.
Okay.
Marissa and Riley?
Okay, they're definitely, like, madly in love. I ship it. I think they're so cute together.
I mean, I'm not into the whipped cream thing.
I'm not really in. They're kind of like that kind of couple that likes to, like, eat food and make out. And I'm like, how about we eat and then not talk for, like, 7 hours and then we can make out?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, I'm not trying to, like, kiss somebody with food. I'm not trying to bird feed you. Like, we're not birds.
Yeah, I fucking hate that shit.
We're not birds.
Yeah.
Don't fucking kiss me with food in your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
They did, like, the whole pasta thing where they had the noodle and then
they're always doing something with food, and I just think it's so...
It's gross.
Listen,
to me,
it's for some
gross.
people, but for me, yeah, I totally agree. It's good for some people. Some people like that kind of thing, but it is
I don't care what you do.
Yeah.
I do not give two fucks what you do. I just don't like watching it, and I'm not going to fucking do it.
But with that being said, I think they're really cute together.
I think they're
seems
so
like they have
cute
a lot
together.
Of chemistry.
She put up this little date for them. Like, she had, like, whipped cream and strawberries and chocolate sauce, and not my thing, but, like, she you know, like, he picked out of the bowl, like, she, like, put different body parts on the bowl, and they picked it out, and then they had to, like, lick the whipped cream off of whatever body part came out of the bowl or whatever, but there was just, like...
Well, it's just...
Whatever, but, like, why would you put toe in there? And then she put whipped cream on his toe, and she, like, deep-throated his fucking toe.
Yeah, and it was just, like, come on. You know that sand is just, like, decayed fish. Ugh. And it, like, it's just not...
It's just
okay.
Feet.
It's just...
I don't know.
It's just gross. It's just fucking gross.
It's just not my jam.
You if you're into that, all is well.
It's not my jam.
For you, not my toe jam. But then, so they started off nice and light.
Yeah.
But then it went straight to the most dramatic season ever.
Yeah! I'm obsessed with Little John. I am obsessed with Little John.
Decided to market this is the goddamn genius of Bachelor Nation, because it just works. Like, it's just so
he works
good.
for Bachelor in Paradise.
It's just enough, like, trashy.
Right.
But there's just, like, an element that Lil John brings.
His voice just, like...
It just catches that, like,
nasty
vibe of Bachelor in Paradise.
I love it. I'm obsessed with Lil John. He retweeted my tweet.
Oh,
I tweeted, I'm obsessed with Lil John, and he retweeted it. Well, I don't know. Maybe his assistant retweeted it. I'm not sure. I don't know if he controls his own Twitter.
But somebody retweeted it.
Yeah. Somebody from Lil John's account retweeted my tweet, and I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, so we love Lil John. So the drama started pretty fresh. Brenden and Pieper finally got their
Joe. Oh my God, have you seen all the memes with Joe?
No.
Joe, like, and it's like winter is coming, and his face is on Jon Snow's body, or like the Avengers, and it's like like Joe.
Well, it was just so funny
with all his girls.
Yeah,
all his disgruntled girls.
Yeah, it was just so funny because it's just like Joe, who seems like the least problematic of the entire group.
He was like,
he's like, we gotta go talk about this, and then he's like walking. There's like a parade of girls behind him.
There was a gaggle of women behind fucking grocery store Joe, and he was leading the motherfucking pack.
I know.
And he was just going. He's like, you ain't supposed to be here.
I love
you try
Joe.
to get followers. Like, yeah, I really do. I was listening to some podcasts like about Natasha, and some people were saying like Pieper is. I love what Rachel Lindsay said. Pieper is dumb on the dick. She was like, you know, Piper's wrong.
Yeah,
Piper's wrong.
Yeah,
but Brendan's more wrong. And I guess supposedly Brendan was telling the men that he likes black women, but only a certain type of black women, which, whatever, like, at the end of the day, you're attracted to who you're attracted to. Like, I'm not, like, you don't have to be attracted to everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, whatever. I don't fucking care. But when you're going around being like, I don't like dark-skinned women.
Is that what he said?
Supposedly he said something about, like, I like black women, but only light-skinned black women. I don't like dark-skinned black women. And so that's where it becomes a problem, because it's like, you just see a black woman and you're like, no?
Yeah.
Or you're just not attracted to them, or you're never give them a chance, because supposedly Natasha and Brendan, like, you know,
they seemed so strong, and I'm like, we never saw that.
I never saw that, so I don't know what's going on with that whole thing.
I mean, here's my thing: is if the roles were reversed, if Pieper had gotten there first and then Brendan had come in,
would Pieper be more of a villain than
exactly?
Brendan?
Because to get as far as they did, she would have had to have attached herself to somebody,
right?
And they were in paradise for almost 4 weeks?
I don't know.
A month.
Yeah.
They were in paradise for almost a month before Pieper even came in. So that means that if you're attaching yourself to somebody, that means that for a month, and you guys,
especially
all you do
when
is
you're
see each other,
24 hours a day,
you're going to be attached.
You learn stuff about people. You know if you like them. Like,
so
he played a game.
I completely understand why Natasha was so hurt, because he did waste her time.
Right.
And he knew that he was never going to give her a fair chance.
Right.
He was just using her until Pieper got there.
Pieper seemed
pissed. She seemed pissed.
Brendan was like, hey, listen, like, I found my girl. I want to leave with Pieper. And Pieper was like, huh.
Oh, yeah. She was such a brat.
She was such a brat.
Yeah.
I was like, which sucks, because, like, Piper's cute as a button. And, like, I thought I really liked her. But, like, I don't know. I don't know this woman as a person. I can't tell you.
I don't know. The footage seemed a little uncut for some things, and there was some very uncouth things she said.
Yeah, I agree.
And she was like mean to Brendan. Like, there was like a raw footage where she was like
punched him.
Yeah, she like punched him, and she was like, "You just need to get over it." I don't know why everybody's still talking about it. Like, you need to grow up and like get a pair of balls. Or she said something. Yeah, she said something along those lines.
It just made me feel uncomfortable, and I was just like, I don't know, girl, you are not. But we talked about this. Is like, you always, Bachelor in Paradise always brings on people that you think you don't realize are going to be the villains, and they turn them into the villains. Yeah. And you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I never would have thought Brendan would have been the villain.
I never thought Brendan would have been the villain. Or Pieper.
Really, for that matter.
Thomas, isn't the villain at all. I mean, I guess, like,
he was for, like, a second, but
broke Tammy's heart, which it pissed me off when Aaron said Tammy got what she deserved.
Yeah. Well, Aaron's obviously very childish and immature.
Yes.
Facts. That's all there is to it. Facts.
Facts.
I did love his little fact check list, though. That was
funny.
Hilarious. Sometimes he's funny. It's just, I just don't feel like Aaron, A, has that emotional depth to him.
Right.
And B, is very mature. Mm-hmm. So when you put those two things together, and he probably has never had to be, because he's good looking and fit and probably rich. Probably has a rich family.
Right.
You know?
Totally.
So, you know, I just feel like it's almost unfair, because he's probably never even been given the opportunity to become like sort of a more well-rounded person.
Right.
Or maybe he's just sort of dumb. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
It could be 1,000 reasons, but at the end of the day, Aaron is just not emotionally mature.
He's a bitter, like, he seems like a bitter person. He's like, I told you so. I told you so.
Like, I hope this happens. I hope this happens to Tammy.
Yeah,
like,
I hope Tammy gets her heart broken. And it's like...
You obviously feel that way, but to put it out into the universe and, like, let people know that's how you're feeling is just a little, like...
uncouth.
It's just a little uncouth.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and then, of course, it all happened on Tammy's birthday, which...
Yeah.
And then she was like, I got COVID the year before. And I'm like, fuck, this girl is going through
You know, my thing with Tammy, though, is she confronted Thomas. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Good for you. You tried to fight for it. Okay, I get it. Some people, you know, need that. Like, Cassie Randolph needed to be fought for. But then it just became unpleasant, and it became begging for a man.
Yeah.
It became, Thomas, like, we can figure this out. We can figure this out. Like, why, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, why would you want to be with somebody that obviously does not have these feelings for you?
Exactly.
At that, yeah, your heart might be broken, but you're better off. Like, why are you, I don't know, it just doesn't read well to me.
Well, here's my thing, too, is that she was making it seem like Tammy and Thomas were together from the very beginning, and they had this really good, like Brenden and Natasha.
Right.
Like, Brenden and Natasha were together from the very beginning. They gave each other their roses, and then all of a sudden Pieper comes in, and Natasha is, you know, the butt side of the bread. You know what I mean? But
butt side of the bread.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
She had only been with Thomas for, what, maybe a week?
Yeah.
Maybe a week?
The butt side of the bread. Okay, sorry. I'm just going to use that forever now.
And, I don't even know why I said that.
I think it's funny.
And she, just her reaction, I gave you everything. I trusted you. I'm like, you guys have been together for like a fucking week. Like, it's really not that big of a deal, Tammy. I just feel like maybe she's also a little bit, I mean, Tammy's obviously not emotionally mature at all either. So I think that just sort of goes hand in hand.
I feel like most people are emotionally not immature, and then it's like the diamond in the rough when you find somebody that is.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Serena P is growing on me.
Yeah.
I still really am just like a little weirded out by the age, and I think I'm only weirded out by the age because
I know the
aesthetically, not even knowing the age, aesthetically, Serena just is this tiny morsel of a human. And Joe just looks like a different specimen next to her. You know how some people just look...
Oh, I think they look compatible.
I don't know. I
think Thomas looks crazy next to everybody.
Thomas is huge. So yeah, he's so big.
Which is why I think he looks like, sort of cute with Becca's, because Becca's tall.
Right.
You know, like
yeah, no, Serena P is like tiny. She's so tiny. She's just little.
But she's not short or anything.
Yeah, she is.
Is she?
She's totally. Yeah, she is totally.
She always looked tall and lanky to me.
I don't think so. No, she's tiny. We'll look up her height. I don't know. To me, like, it doesn't matter aesthetically. I'm just saying, aesthetically, sometimes it's hard for me to, like, put them together.
Oh, yeah.
And it throws me off.
Okay.
It just throws me off for some reason.
Yeah.
Where I think, like, Kendall, even though I'm over Kendall and Joe.
Yeah, I'm like so over
I love Kendall, don't get me wrong, but I'm like actually over Kendall and Joe.
Yeah.
At first I was like, oh my god, I hope they fall in love again. But like after seeing with Serena,
and
I'm
he's
like
obviously moved on, and Kendall's being so like babyish about it.
Right.
I'm like, nobody wants to hear this conversation anymore. Like, yeah, you obviously refused to move, and that was the final straw for Joe. And that's one of the reasons why I really, really appreciate Joe and can respect him, is because it seems like he did give you chance after chance. I mean, you guys were together for how many years? 2 years?
Yeah, like 2 years.
Like 2 years, and he wants to settle down. He wants to, you know, have certain things, and you weren't willing to give him those things, so he had to move on.
Right.
And now you just want to talk about how you feel. Well, what is that? That's not going to solve anything.
Being in a relationship isn't just about feelings.
Exactly. It's just not.
Yeah.
It's just not.
Yeah.
Love is not enough.
Love is not enough.
So So, and even at this point, if Kendall was like, I'll move to Chicago for you, like, you know that there would just be, like, resentment there, and who wants to live with that? So
exactly.
It obviously was not meant to be.
Yeah.
It was for a season. And
maybe a reason, but not a lifetime.
Exactly. So, and maybe Serena is, you know, I mean, I can only imagine that Joe's previously had these discussions, even though we're not really seeing it. Mm-hmm. But I'm sure, and they said they loved each other and stuff. It was really cute. But I'm sure if they're going to go to the next stage in the relationship, which is leaving the paradise together, or even possibly getting engaged, like, Joe's going to have that conversation with Serena and be like, listen, I'm not leaving Chicago. So if you're not willing to come to Chicago, I really like you, but unfortunately, we can't be together.
Yeah.
Joe's not going to make the same mistake twice.
I don't think Joe was not willing to leave Chicago. I think Joe went to California. I don't know if this is true. I think Joe went to California, and he just didn't like California. And he was like, how about you come to Chicago and see if you like it? And she's like, I'm not going to Chicago. He's like, you never even tried. Yeah. He's like, I tried for you. You're not even going to try for me?
Yeah.
I think that's what happened. That's the gist that's what's gone in my head.
For sure.
So, I don't know.
It's tough. It's tough all around.
I know. But I'm excited to see what happens. I can't believe we've only had 2 rose ceremonies. Usually there's a rose ceremony, like, every, like, week. Mm-hmm. And there's only been 2, so I'm, like, really confused. Natasha Wells basically gave her a rose. I love Wells, by the way. I love Wells. He only speaks the truth. He just reminds me of that little guy in Toulouse.
In Moulin Rouge.
I only speak the truth.
I only speak the truth.
I don't know why he reminds me of that guy of Toulouse, but whatever. He was like, fuck this, Natasha deserves to be here. I'm giving her a rose. She got a rose, but then fucking Dr. Joe, not grocery store Joe, Dr. Joe walks in and they go on a date, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, it looks so cute. This seems like
I could ship this, and then all of a sudden he's like, I'm best friends with Brenden. He's looking at her like,
my Brenden?
His eyes are all big. He's like, and she's like, Brenden did this, like, fucked me over, and he's like, my Brenden? And she was like, yeah. And he's like, oh, bro code, dude, like, my bro, like, I can't, like, and then she was like, this is over with.
Yeah, so, but in the previews for next episode, it looks like
she goes on a date
she
with
goes on
somebody
a date
else.
with Ed. Which always...
Ed was like the sex... No, Ed was not the sex guy.
That was Blake. Oh, no.
No, that wasn't Blake. That was like... I don't know. That was
somebody else.
Who was... Ed was the one that showed up at Chris Harrison's apartment by accident instead of Tayshia's or whatever.
Well, you know the producers planted that
one. The producers definitely planted that. That was really funny,
it was actually a funny conversation.
It was. So, Chris was like, why are you here, dude?
We'll see what happens. I don't really know. But so there's 2 more episodes, right?
I think there's 2 episodes left, yeah.
So it's really getting down to the nitty-gritty here, guys. Ugh. It's really getting down to the nitty-gritty here.
I mean, I really have loved this paradise. Like, it does suck because, like, the drama with like, Natasha... Like, not only did we have the Natasha and Brenden... Pieper and Brenden... coming in for fame and stuff, but we had the whole Chris and Alana thing. Alana.
Still nobody knows how to spell her.
I think it's Alana. Everybody says it different every time, so I don't know
what her name is.
Like, I need her to say her fucking name.
I don't think she even knows what her name is. She seems that vapid.
Yeah, sometimes I forget my name because people say it like different times, and people are like, what's your name? And I'm like, shit, how do I pronounce it? Just because I get dumb real fast.
Stop.
No, it's just because, like, people, like, will, like, I just never correct people when they say my name, because I'm just like, unless it's, like, I know that we are going to, like, be working together, or you're going to be, like, a part of my life in some sort of way, I'll be like, listen.
It's Talena.
But customers all the time. Talana, Talenia, Helena, Teliana, Talani. I like Talani. Talani's cute. Talani's cute. I'm just like, just call me T or Teely. Nobody calls me Teely, though. You call me Teely. Marissa calls me Teely. Emma calls me Teely, but nobody really calls me Teely. I like Teely, though.
But people call you T.
People call me T. Mm-hmm. They used to call me Sweet Tea, and then they were like, that doesn't fit.
Love it. All right, so we're so excited for next week's episode of Bachelor. Let us know what you think, what's going to happen, your predictions, who's going to come in, who's going to take over.
So excited.
And Lil John, keep coming back.